Good morning. I just sat down on my study desk and made myself a cup of coffee, very much needed, to kind of set the mood, set the vibe for the video. It is very cloudy and windy today. It looks like it's constantly going to rain. If you don't know, I am a law student and I'm about to finish law school. I mentioned it I think 2 videos ago or something, but I'm currently studying for my international law exam, which is not just any exam, it is my last exam. Hopefully, if I pass it the first time, it's gonna be my last exam ever in law school. I'm also gonna be home the entire week. I don't have any classes anymore. I'm just home, I'm studying. Before I started studying, I thought I would share some tips on how I like to study, how I remember things better. I feel like I never, in all of these law school years, I always thought one day I'm gonna have a study method that's gonna work perfectly and I'm gonna remember everything very easily, but I feel like I never really figured it out. But yeah, I just want to share how I like to remember. I would say this is a lot, but it's not that much. I don't know, I feel like around 500 pages, but it's just one book. One book in law school is it's like a gift. It's like, oh wow, just one book, great. This is probably my best tip ever. If you have old exams in any type of way, always look at the old exams. I feel like this is, at least where I study law, this is the most helpful thing. Even though you won't get the same thing for the exam, it just helps you understand the material so much better. If I have a lot of text, what I like to do is I just do not just read it. I read it the first time, but afterwards I like to ask myself questions. I feel like this works wonders. It's so much more exhausting to study, but if you passively study, and passively studying is pretty much just reading it, where you don't really remember, also highlighting. Highlighting is not studying, okay? This is a very, very passive way of studying and you won't remember a lot. So what I like to do is I ask myself questions in the text where there are no questions, but I ask myself are there any exceptions to that rule? And then I'm like, yes, what's in the text, and then what are the 5 reasons for, and then you know, because otherwise if I just read it I don't remember anything. Let's say it is a very long chapter, okay? I don't study the entire chapter. I feel like it's just too much for me. Okay, here I have now how do you become a member to the United Nations, and then I read through that. And then I move on to the next question, and then we have, later on you have something about human rights, which is also a bigger chapter, and then I read another chapter of that. I also sometimes like to summarize things, if I know that I have a very important topic that the professor is gonna ask more often, or if it's a very complex topic, I have something called, I'm gonna pop it on the screen because I don't know what it is in English, but I didn't understand it, or I didn't even want to read through it, okay? And I was like, you know what, I don't have to study it, I don't have to read it, just summarize it. And I understood it so much better after writing in a bullet point. Also something that I like to do, it depends on the subject, but with this subject what I also still need to do is watch some videos, because sometimes I'm like, I don't understand this. Because I'm studying at home all the time and I don't go to classes, I pretty much have to teach law to myself. And then when I don't understand something, I just watch a video. Also something I like to do is I study in time blocks. I don't like to study for I don't know, let's say the entire day or whatever. I study for about an hour and then I take a break. And then I do the next hour, take a break. Then I put my hair in a ponytail because I cannot study like this if my hair is hanging around. I have my headphones here, and what I like to do is, I also mentioned this in my last video, I like to listen to some ambience videos. And if I'm studying for an oral exam like now, I don't always do this with the headphones. Sometimes I talk out loud, trying to explain what I just read in my own words, which is very important because otherwise you won't be, because I have to be able to explain these things orally in the exam, because in your head it's always very different than when you say it out loud. I don't do this as much as I should probably be doing it because it is very practical, but usually I'm thinking it through in my head. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna remember it. And it's better if you say it out loud. It's really better if you say it out loud. By the way, if you're wondering, I take off my glasses when I'm studying. Reason is I cannot see from far away. So when I'm reading the book, I feel like the text is just so small. I don't like it. I prefer it if I have my glasses off, so I always take them off. snowing outside. I don't know what's going on. I just want some warm weather and some sunshine. Is it too much to ask for? Okay, I'm gonna do my meal prep for the week, and what I planned for this week is for lunch I want to make chicken with rice and peas, and then I'm gonna make like an avocado tzatziki on the side. This is not my recipe, it's from Chrissy Cella. I saw it in her what I eat in a day video or some meal prepping under 30 minutes. I don't know. In the evening I'm gonna make a fish pie, which I've never made before. It's just like fish with potatoes in like kind of like a sauce, mushrooms, and then you know you put it in the oven. I'm gonna turn on a YouTube video to have in the background and meal prep lunch. I'm actually starving, to be completely honest. I had a toast, like a little slice of toast with hummus before starting this, because otherwise I would be like, I would be so hangry by now I couldn't do it anymore. Finished at the gym, having my protein shake always. I feel like this is the joy of my day. I just use protein powder and water, but I love it, okay? I don't know why people think it's disgusting. I love it. I had such a brutal leg workout today. I had a superset elevated reverse lunges and dumbbell sumo squats. It was supposed to be a superset, but after the reverse lunges I needed a short break before I could do the sumo squats, so technically it wasn't a superset. I always thought the worst superset is leg press and goblet squats, but I think reverse lunges and sumo squats is now. Today is Tuesday and it is the first day of the week that I went to the gym, and I know there's this whole thing about never miss a Monday, always work out on a Monday, and I used to work out, I always used to work out on a Monday. I get the whole thing behind it because you have a great start to the week if you already work out on a Monday, but for me currently it just doesn't fit into my schedule to work out on a Monday and start on a Tuesday with my workouts, which is nothing bad, doesn't make you less productive, doesn't change anything about your gym progress. Made myself my breakfast, my oats, which I make all the time. I have a bunch of laundry to wash. Wait. Already sorted out the white one, and here I have another whole basket, so this is gonna be my mission of the day, although I don't think I'm gonna do everything today, but at least a little bit, and then I'm gonna do the rest tomorrow. Well, hi there. I went to the gym this morning, had an upper body day, and then I studied. So usually on the weekends I drive to my boyfriend, which is like a 1.5 hour drive. So like a little road trip, although if you're from the US you wouldn't consider this road trip, but where I live, this is kind of considered a road trip. Whatever. Drive there every Friday and then we spend the weekend at his place. This week we had like kind of like a change of plans because he has to be home today, so we decided that we're just gonna spend the rest of the week at his place. I hope you can hear me, it is very windy. How am I gonna spend the next 1.5 hours? Well, you guessed it right, I'm gonna blast Taylor Swift. I have this weird thing that when I have a longer drive is for me like an hour, I always have an energy drink. This is coconut blueberry, if you care, I don't know. Probably not. I don't think I'm gonna do anything today anymore because I feel like driving is so exhausting. Like every time I drive there, I'm tired afterwards. It's just 1.5 hours, but I'm done. So my boyfriend is at work and I'm gonna spend the day here in his apartment and study pretty much all day. It is now a little bit after 10. I'm struggling with the motivation a lot, especially because it is my last exam and you would think, well, shouldn't you have more motivation? But I feel like I have the least motivation than I ever had probably. Well, then you have to rely on your discipline. Just sit down, start studying. I think that's all you can do pretty much, because especially when it comes to law school or where I study law, we don't have a lot of classes, so the most thing that you do is study at home. Nobody's gonna wake you up and tell you go study. It's all on you to decide when you're going to study, when you are taking your classes, when you're taking your exams, which I always loved about law school. Not gonna lie, this is my favorite part about law school. Yeah, but sometimes it's just hard to sit down and start studying. It's like, I feel like starting is the worst. Like once I'm in it, it's okay. I've been inside all day and I thought it is so cold. I felt like really bad all day and I was really tired. Now I'm outside, I'm only wearing a hoodie and I feel immediately better just by getting a little bit of fresh air in. Well, I'm in a gym parking space and this is not my regular gym where I always go to. This is my other gym where I signed up with my boyfriend to go here, and I was never here alone. We signed up, I feel like a month ago or a little bit longer, so we haven't been here many times and I still feel a little bit uncomfortable, but I think it's not gonna be very busy because it's Friday 8:30 a.m. Other thing, I just called a vet here where I've never been to. I have to go to the vet with my dog because yesterday it turned out he looks like he has an eye infection. So my plan for today is go to the gym now, have a leg workout, then go home, have breakfast, go to the vet, study, grocery shopping, and then I probably need to edit my video in the evening. So kind of a busy day. Gotta have my pre-workout and go inside, I guess. Since I'm already here, no other choice. I'm done. I had a really good session. I was a little bit tired today because my dog woke me up like twice in the night and I went to bed a little bit late. So I didn't have a lot of energy. I also like to remind myself that not every session is gonna be the same. I don't have the same energy every session. I pushed through, I really did my best, and I could hit the same weights I always did. I just felt a little bit weaker, which is fine, you know, every day, every week is different. I am proud of myself that I went. I'm proud of myself that I went inside and that I challenged myself. Well, it is Saturday. Today I woke up, I wouldn't say late, but I woke up around 9 a.m. and I felt so, not just tired, but also like I was getting sick. I woke up, I went on a walk, made myself some breakfast, and I just didn't feel good. And after my breakfast, I just decided to take a nap, lay down again. And I've been sleeping for so long, it's ridiculous. But I don't know, sometimes your body just tells you kind of what it needs, you know what I mean? And I just couldn't get up. I didn't set myself an alarm and I was just sleeping like forever. Which reminded me that yesterday at the gym I said that I didn't have a lot of energy, and now thinking back, I felt a little bit tired, like extra tired yesterday at the gym. So maybe this was also like a pre-warning, I don't know. I do feel a little bit better now, except for the fact that it's 3 p.m. and I didn't do anything except for have breakfast, have lunch and sleep. So I wanted to study today. I wanted to do something for my video, which I'm still gonna hopefully do now. You know, I'm a little bit harsh with myself when it comes to things like that, and then I feel disappointed that I didn't study or that I didn't have a productive day. But I guess at the end of the day, my body was just telling me that it's too much or that it's tired or whatever, and that I should take some rest. It's 3 p.m. I just made myself my first coffee of the day. So I thought I would end the video here. Subscribe if you want to see more videos from me, and give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in my next video. Bye!